Hello, coming up, I'll be doing a review of Monster Jam Crush It. I'll be covering the full range, including the DLC, looking at what's good, what's bad, and what were they thinking. Also, I'll be showing you why Monster Jam is more than just a name to a game. The Monster Jam titles have a long history. I mean, here's a sample of just some of the platforms they've been released upon. The Monster Jam name itself means so much more. Check this out. The game is split into different modes, and each mode uses a progressive level unlock system. The hill climb mode is no exception, because even though that has 4 different areas, you still need to complete so many levels in one particular area, starting with the forest before you can unlock the next. Stars are given depending on your performance in any given level, with platinum stars being the highest, though the score and time requirements varies from one level to the next, so it would have been nice that prior to starting the new level, they had some sort of guideline telling you what you need to achieve what star. Saying that, getting certain stars in particular levels lets you unlock ever monster trucks. Again, it would have been nice if there was some info on each truck. Overall, there isn't much difference between them, but you may be looking for something in particular, such as the zombie, which is great for speed. In any of the game modes, you can fail by getting stuck or falling onto your back. Though in certain game modes, it may provide additional ways of failing, such as in any of the hill climb levels. There are gaps between jumps you can fall down. So one of the game modes is the stadium races, where you're against another truck, and you need to finish first by going through the blue markers. This was my reaction when I did the first level of this mode. This is me about to attempt the first level of the stadium races. It was over way too quickly, and yes, it was the first level, I admit. So when it came to the last level in Stadium Races, I was hoping for a lot more of a challenge, but my driving was awful and I still managed to finish with the gold. In fact, I got at least a gold star in all of the Stadium Races in under 20 minutes. Further to this, I noticed on the Amazon website this mother had bought this game for her 4-year-old son and was concerned how fast he was flying through the game. Overall, this didn't leave a very good first impression. In the hill climb mode, it's split into time attack, stunt and survival, and across all these levels you've got to collect these letters which spell out the word crush, and you need all 5 to ensure you can score higher than a gold star. You don't have to get them all in one go, but in addition to this, they do help you towards achievements. But bear in mind there's over 400 to collect in total, and unfortunately, once you have all of these, there's no in-game reward at the end of it, which is definitely a shame. For the time attack levels, unless you're trying for a fast time to get a platinum star, there isn't actually a time limit to cross the finish. Also, when I did the first level, all I did was hold this, and this is what happened. Don't get me wrong, you won't get away with this in every level. In fact, there are moments where you have to take a bit of care. But the stunt and survival levels, they have these same challenges, plus additional ones, and taking everything into account, in my opinion, the time attack levels are the easiest in the game. In the stunt levels, there is no timer, instead you are aiming for a high score. Roughly 1,000 points will get you a platinum star. And you do this by doing flips, with multiple flips in succession meaning more points. At first I thought, this is more like it, as trying to get even close to that amount of points in one go was a challenge. Unfortunately, there are two major flaws. One of them of which, say you're close to finishing and you know you've got nowhere near enough points that you're aiming for, you can just do this. And once you've gone back as far as you can, or as far as you need to go, then you just go again and make up the rest of the points. But the other flaw is much bigger. In fairness, I didn't spot this until much later in the game, but what you do is, if you select the zombie truck, which is very light and got a lot of bounce to it, and just focus on doing front flips, the points you get back are insane. Then you got the survival levels. If you thought you were going to fly through the whole game really quickly, then this bit will throw you a curveball. The levels resemble an obstacle course, require a lot more control and thinking and trial and error, because you will fail many times trying to complete all of these. And also, if you're trying for a platinum star, the timer just ensures that you're not going through the levels as slow as a snail. And for me, because I enjoy these levels and it really makes you feel like you're playing a monster truck game, I only have high praise for this section. In freestyle mode, you got to get points within a time limit, but poorly executed stunts, you might find yourself getting points deducted. Getting wheelies and doing flips and getting airtime will always reward you with something, but it's a slow method. And also, poorly executed flips, you're likely to lose your wheels. And once you're down to 2, it's all over. You can go over cars and do donuts, but you can't keep doing those because you're only rewarded in the first instance. I like this because I think the designers have really thought about this. I think they want to encourage you to use the whole arena. This is the only game mode I don't have a platinum star in everything. I enjoyed the challenge and I definitely see myself coming back to this to conquer it all. Finally, you got the Crash Mode Pack DLC. The goal is to score points by crashing into things. What you really need to do is crash the cars and that will give you all the points that you need. The controls were terrible. It was like driving on an ice rink. And the acceleration was so bad, it was so sensitive, it didn't take much to go flying in. And in some cases, it suffered from poor level design. Here you can see that I'm struggling and failing miserably trying to do this loop-de-loop. And after many attempts, I realised I can just do this. I ended up completing this DLC 100% in under an hour. The poor controls and the fact that it was over so quickly, I think the $3.99 price tag is definitely overpriced. And it wasn't all bad. And here is a clip of the last level. I enjoyed this one because it encouraged me to think about how one jump affected the next. This title overall has been given 3 stars, but look at how many have given it 4. This does largely depend on your perspective. If you look at it from a negative way, take the stunt levels for example, you can cross the finish line with 0 points and it still counts as passing the level. This is no different to the DLC and freestyle modes where you can just sit there and do nothing, and when the timer runs out it still counts as a pass. You don't even have to get all the platinum stars and crash letters to get all of the achievements. However, if you look at it from a positive way, this game offers 6 uniquely different game modes including the DLC that are fun and enjoyable. And where I kept going on about the platinum stars, I find that if you challenge yourself, you will enjoy this game to its full potential. fact that the levels are easy to unlock, most of them. I think this helps to make it more accessible to a wider range of ages and abilities, while still being able to provide a bit of a challenge to the more experienced players. In conclusion, yes, undeniably it is on the easy side, but it is fun, it does offer variety, and at $23.99 you're getting a chance to play a game that belongs to a brand, Monster Jam, that's been around for over 2 decades. And that's the end of my review for this game. I just want to say a massive thank you to Monster Jam for letting me use some of the footage from their live shows. I've enjoyed playing this game and I hope I've given it a fair review. If you enjoyed this, please feel free to subscribe to my channel and leave any likes and comments below.